the problem is that we were doing our second record, and that's when the other guys really, we'd gone around the world, and the focus was shifting, obviously, and they were resentful, obviously. It wasn't a love fest, I'll tell you that. And I just got angry again because I was younger, and I just was like, why does this have to be? Why do you have to pick on me? I am bringing you alive again. I am making you breathe a new life, and you're picking on me. I felt it was totally unfair. I don't think I've ever really said this much on camera before, but it was totally unfair, and I was pissed about it. So I quit, they fired me, but what happened after that tells the story, because for 7 months, Richie wouldn't budge. They just kept trying to find singer after singer, and he wouldn't budge, and they kept wanting Gillan back in, and he wouldn't budge, and BMG was spending all kinds of millions of dollars now at this point, and getting fed up with it, just keeping his band alive, looking for another singer. So finally, they turned around to Richie and said, look, if you let Gillan back in the band, we'll give you your own money and your own project, a couple of mil, and do what you want. So Richie did that Battle Rages On album, which we call the Cattle Grazes On, and he left. They tried to get Satriani, and he left. And then they got Morse, and there it is. So it was pretty obvious. I left, Richie left. Except I didn't get the offer for the deal, but I did okay. Richie said I was the goat, I was the sacrificial lamb, and I took the fall for it, and I weathered the storm, and when I saw him last, my new solo album, Secondhand Life, which is a Peterick song, Turner Peterick, which came out of that, Spikey Studios, which we were writing at the same time. So to make a long story short, there's a lot of history here. Well, we wrote The Stroke of Midnight, and I recorded that in your studio, and they turned it into One Man's Meat, which is a horrible song. It's a horrible title. One Man's Meat. It's an English title. It's so very English. And this is what I'm telling you. They indulge themselves in this, I live on Thames, Hudson on the Thames, So it's like, hey guys, settle down. You're only human, But it's hysterical and historical, because Richie calls me up and says, why don't you do a couple of songs that we had kicking around from the Purple album and show them how it really goes? And I said, that's a good idea. I'll do one. He wanted me to do Lonely for You as well, the other song, which I might do in the next album. But I did Stroke of Midnight, which was meant for great Blackmore riff. Mm-hmm. And it came off great on my album.
Yeah, it is. It's very good.
In fact, Richie thought it was the band playing, and he says, you know how they are. They're going to come after you for money and everything. And I went, I'm sorry, but that's not even you on guitar. That's Carl Cochran playing like you.